Okay, next on this following video, I'm going to share with you the factors that affecting the economic in design. Okay, as you all know, when you want to do when you want to design something, of course, you need to consider the economic aspect of that particular design. That's the main factor. Okay, in which, for example, like if you want to design something, you must have your estimation cost, anggaran cost, approximate cost, so that you can design based on the cost that has been estimated. Okay, so that's why I said uh, the design must be based on the economic aspect. Okay, so of course, other things about safety aspect, quality, and so on, of course, is also important and part of the design process. However, economically, the design must be uh, completed within the cost that has been approved or estimated. Okay, so of course, besides that, whatever you design, of course, as a client especially, you will consider you 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 will consider the element of return on investment. Of course, as a client, you are going to invest money, and then how long it takes for you to get back your money. Okay, that's what we call it as a return on investment, which we are going to explore more on another topic later on. Okay, so basically, the following factors has a direct influence on the cost of a project. Okay, so the design economics. Okay, and it needs to be considered during the economic evaluation of the building and or also engineering structure. So whatever you want to build, you need to consider these factors: site consideration, building size, plan shape, total height, story height, buildability, and also grouping of building. This factor will influence the cost of the project. Okay, so firstly, we have to look on the first factor, which is site consideration. Okay, when we talk about site consideration, there are a lot of elements that you need to consider. One of them is site location. Of course, when you build something in urban area, okay, the cost will be different compared to building a project in rural area. Okay, the cost will be different because of uh, the wages, the salaries of the workers, the price of the materials will be different based on location. And of course, the cost of the material, for example, the cost for labor, for example, of course, it will be more expensive when you involve in a construction project in urban area, okay, because of bandar. Right. The second factor is about demolition and site clearance. Okay, so this also will play a part in influencing the cost of the project. Okay, so again, we are talking about site location, site configuration. Okay, if you involve with many demolition work, if you involve with many clearance works, you will need to consider the cost of it. Okay, for example, like you need to demolish some buildings in order to start with your new project. Okay, of course, the cost of demolition will impact you, will impact your cost of the project. Okay, site clearance. Okay, maybe you involve in kawasan yang berhutan, banyak pokok yang kena tebang dan sebagainya. So that's also will play a part. Okay, when you want to design something. Okay. Next is about contour. All right, the layout of your site consideration, site location. Okay, so maybe you need to make it flat first in order to start your construction. Okay, so the cost will be high when you involve in a project that have a lot of contour. Okay, so contour. All right, so that's the thing that you need to consider as well. Okay, nak buat kawasan yang berbukit ke, alright, so you need to make it flat first, then you can start your project. So that's also impact the cost of the project. And next is about ground condition. Okay, especially when you involve when you want to talk about the piling works. Okay, when you involve in piling work, of course, ground condition will play a part in determining what type of piling that is suitable for your site. Okay, if you are involved in maybe location with a lot of rocks, batu, okay, so perhaps a lot of work need to be done in order to do the ground condition work. Okay, so if you are involved in maybe the type of soil is very weak. Okay, so you need to do the soil stabilization process. So that's also will play part and will influence the cost of the project as well. All right, and the last one, the last element under the site consideration is planning and building regulation. Okay, here also will play a part whereby this element will impact the cost of the project as well. Okay, so planning is very critical. Building regulation also is very critical, and sometimes the regulation is quite stringent, ketat. It's very difficult to obtain approval. Whatever you plan, you need to get approval, okay, before you can start your works. All right. So sometimes the approval process takes a longer time, and it will impact the cost of the project as well. Okay, so there are a lot of regulation that you need to follow. Okay, for example, like EIA, impact environment impact assessment, something like that. The type of land, perhaps your type of land is for industrial purposes, but you want to develop a residential project on that land. So you need to convert first from industrial land to residential land. So it takes time, okay, and it will impact the cost of the project as well. Okay, so that's the first factors that will affect the economic in design, which is the site consideration. Okay, the next video I will explain other factors.